I decided for my first review, I would review the Nintendo GameCube itself. Now, this is my platinum one. I also have a black one. Let me just set the camera down over here. Hold on, I'm gonna set the camera down. Right, so, right here, weird first review, huh? Right here is my Nintendo GameCube. My favorite system of all time. I'm just gonna review the system today. I'm not gonna review any games today. And I'll also review the controller. Sorry, I just gotta find a good way to do this. One thing I like about the, GameCube, compared to the PS2 and the Xbox, not counting the Slim of PS2, this is the smallest of the systems. I mean, the Xbox is big and bulky, and same with the PS2 fat. This is really portable. It even has a nice handle on the back. It's a very, like, you can bring it to someone's house. It's very, very portable. And it's very well designed. The only thing I do not like, which I believe the PS2 has this as well, the laser. There's like a laser in here. So you can see that like little thing up there. That's the laser, and if you even touch that, if dust even slightly touches it, it's thrown off and it will not read your discs. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, so, as faulty as that is, this is a very good system. Honestly, it's not, well, let me see if I can find anything to complain about. Well, there's nothing really to complain about, because the GameCube, it's a cube. That's what everyone expected. So, it's a very, very great system. I mean, this is Nintendo's first disc-based console, so that's, I mean, for Nintendo, it's a huge step up in the video game industry, or in their video game life cycle, I should say. And they did very well at stepping up, graphic-wise, gameplay-wise, everything. And it's a very great system. Now I'm going to get the controller, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit as well. The Nintendo GameCube's controller is my personal favorite, or my second personal favorite, my second personal favorite of any controller. It's very well designed. It fits right in your hand. It like literally, like it curves to where you want it. My favorite controller, my second favorite controller of all time. Sorry, and of course Nintendo. They had many other type of controllers. Like they had, I believe, a controller that was in the shape of a chainsaw for Resident Evil. They had the Donkey Konga bongos, which I'll review those some other time. They had the Wave Bird. They had just tons of other controllers. They had a microphone, which I don't have here. We're going to review that with accessories. And overall, the Nintendo GameCube controller is my favorite controller. Well, my second favorite controller, and it's just an amazing controller. I mean, it's just amazing. I love it. And people say it's bad. Just look one generation ago. And look at this controller. Do these even compare? I don't think so. My favorite controller, one of my favorite controllers of all time. And, yeah, so, I'll just talk about the GameCube a little bit more, and about what's on the GameCube, and I'll talk about the control. Actually, no, I'll talk about the controller first, since I just talked about it. On the controller, the buttons are analog stick, usually for walking or whatever. The D-pad, which is used in a lot of games, to be honest. I think it's actually used too much, to be honest. Like in Quidditch World Cup, it's used. In Amazing Island, it's used. But yeah, I think the D-pad's used a little too much. But then there's the start button, which pauses the game. It even says pause right there. And there's the A, B, Y, and X buttons, which are pretty... A, B, Y, and X buttons, there we go. Those are pretty much your action buttons, you know, jump, hit, crawl, roll. Depends on the game. Then you have your control stick, which is not used in many games, to be honest. Let me think. There's Metroid Prime it's not used in. It's used in Luigi's Mansion, though. So, yeah, it's used in Luigi's Mansion. It's used in Super Monkey Ball 2. At the top here, pretty generic. You got L and R buttons like every other controller in the world. But there's also a button called the Z button. Well, actually, on the N64 controller, that's the button on the back. But Nintendo is the only controller to have a Z button, and it acts as another action button. Well, it depends on the game. It can be an action button. It could be like another type of button. Like in Luigi's Mansion, it pulls up. It pulls up something on your Game Boy Horror. I'm not exactly sure, but that's the functions and the buttons on the GameCube controller. The only thing I don't like about the GameCube controller, the wire is pretty short. It's really hard to play if you're far away from the TV, because then your controller can either pop out of the thing, or even sometimes the GameCube, as I said, it's pretty light. So sometimes the GameCube can come over. That's another problem with the Wii as well. If you play with the GameCube controller, the Wii, it's worse with the Wii, I tell you. Yeah, that's why they made the Wavebird, which I'll talk about some other time, whenever I get one, because actually I don't have one at the moment. I'll just talk about a few things on the GameCube. Here's the front. You put your memory cards in here. Then there's 4 controller slots for 4 players, obviously. Which PlayStation 2 is really behind on, because PlayStation 2, you had to have that little adapter thing. I forgot what it's called. There's the vents on the side for the system to not overheat. On the back, I think there's another ventilator. I'm not too sure about that. There's AV and AC. That's for power and you know what they are. At the bottom, there are 3 extension. Well, technically 2 extension ports, which are for accessories. I'm not sure which one this one uses. This is for like the Game Boy player. I'm not sure about this one though. At the top here, you got your power, you got your reset, and your open buttons, and inside just a place for your disc. And just letting you know, if you don't know for some reason, the discs are puny. They're like little tiny little discs. They're puny, so they fit in there. Did I show you everything on here? Yeah. So, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching my first episode. I know it's not much so far, but I will get better. It's my first episode. Give me a little bit of slack here. Yeah. Things will get better once I start reviewing games. I just wanted to talk about the system a little bit. This is my Platinum one. I think I said it before, I have the black one. That's the one connected to my TV, and I also have this Platinum one. Yeah. So, thanks for watching, everyone. Until next time, gamers. Gotta think of a catchphrase to say. Keep cubing on. I'll figure something out. Adios.